Hello people, this is Mark from Kharischangeworks. Guys, hope you are well. In continuation with this grief, pain theme that I'm busy with at the minute, I want to talk to you today about another way that people choose to use to try and ease the pain. Now, I spoke about gambling, I spoke about drug addiction, spoke about gambling, drinking. Now this one. Consider comfort eating. Why do people comfort eat? Now, is it the fact that they just like the food? Is it the fact that they are bored? I don't know. From experience, when I've spoken to people who comfort ate in the past, the conversation always went down the lines of, I was never accepted as a child. I never got positive strokes from my peers. I always felt I had to perform in a way that pleased my parents or my brother, my sister, or whatever the case might be. And that eroded their self-esteem and their self-confidence, their self-worth, and so on. And as an adult, the only way that they felt reassured and worthwhile was by comfort eating. So, whilst this is a valid excuse, just like all the others, it works on a very short-term basis, because for that period of time, just like alcohol, gambling, narcotic abuse, it feels good to know that you are addressing the problems. Erroneously, but in the mind, you are addressing the problem. You see, when you are comfort eating, it's a bit like self-love. I'm feeling good because I am now satisfying that need. And in 6 months' time, when you've picked up X amount of weight, you walk down the street and you see your reflection in the window, it's not the same now, is it? Now you've got another issue to deal with, just like gambling and drug abuse and alcohol abuse. Because now you've got this excess weight, and now it's strain on your joints, and it's putting stress on your heart and your lungs and all these kind of things. And now you are increasing your risk for other physical ailments such as stroke, heart attacks, diabetes, etc., etc. But in those few minutes, nothing else matters, because the self-love is working really well. In neuro-linguistic programming, we talk about secondary gain. And in simple English, it means I'm doing something not for the sake of doing it. In this case, comfort eating, it's not because I'm hungry. The secondary gain might be if I'm big and fat and overweight and unhealthy, I might get the strokes that I craved or needed when I was growing up as a toddler, young teenager. But now that I'm 30, 40, 50, 60, that unsatisfied portion of my growing up years is now being addressed, albeit differently. So the secondary gain is trying to address the issue of yesteryear today by doing something that is potentially very harmful for yourself. So I don't understand always why people overeat, but they use this as a means to address very often self-esteem issues. self-worth issues, particularly those two. So there you go. Overeating, comfort eating, call it whichever way you want. Comfort eating is probably the most commonly used phrase. Maybe you know someone who is comfort eating, or maybe yourself, you've comfort ate in the past. Maybe that resonates with yourself in terms of what I've just said in this short video today. But there you have it. Another way of dealing with some kind of pain. This bereavement, and in this case it might be the loss of not having the positive strokes when you were growing up as a kid. I hope you've enjoyed this particular video also, just like always. And if you have, please let us know in the comments box. Do all the YouTube admin, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. You know, when you do, there's like a little subsection called all. Click that, and every time we upload a video, you will be notified. But for now, this is Mark from Kharischangeworks. I'll speak to you soon.